Oh, hello there, Site 42 staff, as well as those of you from the greater SCP Foundation. Welcome to another Anomalous broadcast from Site 42, this time a field mission with Dr. Sherman. As you may have been aware from yesterday's stream, we are currently at METROCON 2025. I can in fact show you my perch as we look down upon the convention center. And so, we are now taking a small break, resting my recovering ankle. And in the meantime, I'm here as always to educate, elucidate, and illuminate you all into the world of the SCP Foundation. So whether you are a rookie researcher or a seasoned veteran, I am here to educate you so you have the best information regarding the anomalies that we contain, the staff members who do the containing, the groups of interest who hate that we do to the containing, and of course, hypothetical containment procedures about anomalies that may or may not be within the SCP Foundation's pataphysical narrative level or multiverse, i.e. fandom. So, checking into the chat as we start up. Scarlet Fox, Chaos Goblin Dogs, Senior Researcher Frogman, Amber, Scarlet, again, oh, sorry, read your name twice. Oh no, you got too many shout-outs, I'm so sorry. Random Nerd 64. All of you, good to see you in the chat, thank you for being members. King Shadow, Dr. Singer, Patty Boy, and Mohammed, welcome to stream, just for being you all. As you can see, I am in the field, and that means that reminder that when you donate, if it's less than $5, I am unable to see it on this menu. I have to go to a separate tab. And so if I miss a donation underneath $5, you guys let me know. And also, I'm sorry that I missed it, but I will get to it. Speaking of which, there were a couple donations during yesterday's SCP meetup panel that I was not able to get to because I was not holding the camera. And so real quick, Scarlet Fox, thank you for your donation to yesterday's stream as well as being a member. Grab yourself some Pocky on your way past the commissary. With the way you run, Doc, it's no wonder you fell in the woods and crashed into a tree. I'm going to ignore that. I can't fight correctly. I can't run correctly with a busted ankle. It doesn't count right now. It doesn't count. Junior Researcher Sherwood, thank you for your level 1 researcher 1-month member message. Thank you for being a member. Dr. Sherman, I'm fighting the Flash. That was yesterday. That match has got to be already done with all that time shenanigans that those speedsters can get up to, so I hope you survived. Good luck. Zerdrin, happy birthday to you. Hey Doc, SCP-353 claims to be God, right? What if you take it to the Gatekeeper SCP-001 to see how it reacts? You know you're in trouble if the Gatekeeper knee. As in kneels? Desk. I am unfamiliar, but I do know for a fact that we've had some sort of interaction between 343 and the Gatekeeper, correct? What do you remember of that? And while we wait for that response, what was the merch at the panel yesterday, if we're allowed to know? Okay, so I made a deal, a bulk purchase from Toe King Studios, our buddy Eric, friend of the channel, best Etsy shop of the SCP Foundation community. We had a whole bunch of Mobile Task Force iron-on patches, SCP iron-on patches, and certain patches that they have the letters SCP backwards, because when you're on a front-facing camera, it reverses everything you have, so the letters come out backwards. So if your letters are backwards, then it looks right on camera. So influencers specifically want those reversed text patches. On top of this, we had a bevy of different kinds of stickers and pins. We got a bunch of enamel pins, SCP logos in black and silver, black and gunmetal gray for the Mobile Task Force members, and these white and teal ones. You can see all these on Toe King Studios Etsy because they're all still there if you want to get them yourself. Hi, Dr. Sherman, what is your favorite dog breed? Chaos Goblin Dogs, thank you for being a member, and do I have a favorite? Can you really pick favorites when it comes to the doggos? I'm sure I like this. I don't want to put them on rankings above and below each other. I'm gonna go with beagles. Let's just say beagles. Tomorrow it'll change, but today it's beagles. The hounds. Kyla, thank you for your first donation to today's stream. Go ahead and grab yourself a cheesecake on your way past the commissary. Falls past window, totally not trying to fly with cardboard wings. We have a multitude of flying anomalies. Be smarter about this. What's your favorite SCP of all time? Intern Smith, I do my favorite SCPs at the end of every stream. It's kind of a tradition around these parts. So if you want to cheat, you could go back to 2 days ago's stream when I read my favorite SCPs out. Or you can wait till the end of this stream, which will probably go for only more like 25 minutes, maybe a little longer if we're having good vibes. But eventually I gotta get back to the convention floor. We're not done yet. I haven't given away all the merch yet. There's still some stickers. If you're at METROCON and you haven't found me yet, come get some stickers. Serial Ducky, like the hair? Well, thank you very much. Much obliged. Is that a leak? Yes. One thing you must do if you come to a convention like this is you must visit the Hatsune Miku concert. And at the Dream Fight at METROCON 2025, Hatsune Miku had a little miniature concert. And so there was a Miku moment. Yes, Shermiku. Hot Sherme Miku. I knew what you guys were going to say. Senior Researcher Alex, thank you for your 4-month member message. Much obliged. Boop. We have been booped. Desk cannot find any information on the 343 Gate Guardian connection. But hypothesizes that the Gate Guardian would turn away 343, that 343 would not be allowed inside. And I agree, because I also believe that 343 is just an arrogant reality bender. It's not really God. Anna, thank you for your first donation to today's stream, as well as being a member. Grab yourself a Ramune Cola on your way past the commissary. Hey, Doc, Anna here. Just wanted to pop in and say hi, and Pinky also wanted to say hi as well. Well, hello to you, Anna, as well as you, Pinky. Thank you for joining our short stream today. Silent Follower, thank you for your first donation to today's stream, as well as being a member. Grab yourself some tacos at the commissary. I am sorry. I don't know what for, but apology accepted? I don't know what the deal is there. Dr. Sherman, I dare you to whack 7-2. 9-J with the leak. If I found one of those things, then yes, I would gladly assault it with a leak. It is funny how out of all 1 million subscribers, only 100 show up to the stream. Well, at a time, because, people have lives, they're busy. And then we have the algorithm tossing people around here and to fro. And so it's not always the same 100. Sometimes people leave, sometimes people come in. That's just the current concurrent viewers. Is SCP-049 supposed to be walking in the halls? As long as it's not misbehaving. Are you aware of the SCP Kieran? Intern nerd, I do not know what you're speaking of. Oh, what's up with the zoom? That's weird. What in the world are you holding? I told you, it's a leak. And it's a light-up leak. Technology, the future. Holy crap, why the hell did this come to my mind? I just thought of drawing Dr. Sherman as Thomas the Tank Engine because the first name someone said during the trivia. That sounds terrifying. I am horrified to behold it. Dr. Sherman bonking the chat with a leak. Only if you deserve it. Can SCPs die? Yes, Bandit, SCPs are, of course, capable of being decommissioned or neutralized. Immortality is a very particular anomalous ability that not many have. So yes, anomalous humanoids have lots of powers, but very often they can easily be killed. It's just then, if we kill them, we cannot research them. And so without being able to research them, we are not fulfilling our duties for containing and researching future anomalies. Therefore, we don't kill anomalies if we can help it. What is the number of the cliché alien? Well, I know that article's code name is cliché right. So I just have to look up SCP cliché right. I'm placing my bets that it's SCP 2020. I was right. SCP 2020 cliché right. Good job, me. Best researcher and site director in the Foundation, hands down. Are we going to find new Dr. Sherman TikToks of you and others on METROCON or not? That is a good question. I'm not sure yet. Because of the state of my ankle, I only have so many steps a day. Otherwise, I'll overshoot and I won't be able to walk at all. And therefore, I'm much more limited this year than I was in the past. So if there's no videos, at least we got the stream of the panel. SCP-096 is immortal, but how would we recontain not him, it? Anomalies are not people, they are objects. SCP-096 is not a he, it's not a she, it's an it. Please practice proper pronoun parlance protocols at the Foundation. Thank you. And how would we recontain it if it is on the moon? First of all, to my knowledge, SCP-096 is not on the moon. It is in its containment chamber, where it will stay as long as no other pictures or videos of it pop up. But if it were to end up on the moon, I mean, as long as you don't look at its face, you could just coax it into a box again. So I don't see the big deal. Silent follower, thank you for donating again, and forget about it. Not to fret. Did you ever catch the Builder Bear? That is still part of the mission. The Mobile Task Force agents are on it. They've said I'm supposed to handle the METROCON campus. It is the much easier job. There's less trees for me to run into. I'm not going to argue with security on this one. Kieran is a very annoying SCP I found. It's infinitely reviving and delete anything it touches unless it doesn't want to. What anomaly in the database is this? I've never heard of this. It sounds fake. Hey Doc, Detective here. My media agency caught some of the gator bears from your mission into the woods. Did they actually make gator bears? I didn't know they actually made gator bears. I was just pranked by a taxidermied gator. There was no gator bear to my knowledge. If that happened, that would be upsetting. Senior researcher Alex, the fact that SCP-049 booping people makes them die means that you should in fact not boop anyone. It is against protocol to boop. Jazz Funk, thank you for your first donation to today's stream as well as being a member. Grab yourself a bagel on your way past the commissary. Good day, Dr. Sherman. Is your revisory testing period of SCP-420-J going smoothly? Reminder, I expect a report on my desk within the hour. I mean, everything went to schedule while I was still at site, but obviously I'm off site, and I certainly didn't take any SCP-420-J on the road with me. No, I would never breach containment like that. I am a consummate professional, and so I will continue testing when I get back to site and not a moment before. And don't check how much is left in my office. I will handle the requisitions myself. Thank you. Jazz Funk, thank you for your member message on top of that. You're holding some in your hand, aren't you? This is a leak. This is a leak. This has nothing to do with 420-J. Who's that behind you? No one? It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Dr. Sherman, you're going to be proud of me, but I did it. I made the tree scream. I've got it on recording and video. Well, you better send it my way, because if you're wrong now, if you're getting my hopes up, there will be consequences. It better be the right tree, and it better be screaming. Is your one chance. Now you've laid the gauntlet down, you better prove it, or else bad things are going to happen. Mr. Riddlin, thank you for your first donation to today's stream. Grab yourself a espresso on your way past the commissary. Hello, Dr. Sherman. It's Doctor, not Mr. I didn't get all these anomalous PhDs to be called Mr. Thank you. Out of morbid curiosity, has there ever been an SCP sighting primarily in Australia? Well, obviously we have the meanwhile in Australia meme, but that's not actually localized to Australia. That is just a meme. Hold on one second. Got some leak on my camera. Got some leak on my data pad. Maybe I should stop spinning a leak. I'm getting leak everywhere. All right, now that things are clean, and if I look at SCP Australia, we will discover anomalies based in Australia. In fact, I will use the wiki's search function since it seems to be doing much better lately. Silent Follower, thank you for donating again. Nice corgi sticker. All right, wiki search, Australia. We're searching for Australia. SCP-1171's in Australia. That is Humans Go Home. That's a racist extra-dimensional being that we can only communicate by writing in condensation on a window in this house in Australia. So yes, there is one Australian anomaly. SCP-7000 has a mention of Australia. That's Dr. William Weddle. But what does he have to do with Australia? I bet he just encountered some bad luck in Australia. That's the way William's life tends to be. SCP-682 breached containment at Site 45 and proceeded to the town of Augusta, Western Australia during a folk music festival. Oh, so you had a nice SCP-682 breach. Good for you guys, I guess, Australia. Perhaps that's the same breach that led to the Meanwhile in Australia incident. Now, why did it close in a manner that I cannot reopen it? There we go. Apparently, SCP-1470 is a telepathic spider. I hate that. So yes, there's a couple Australian anomalies for you to do some research on. And you can, of course, use the wiki search database for the word Australia if you want to keyword search for some more. Now, I believe I saw America, Junior Researcher America. Thank you for your first donation to today's stream as well as being a member. Get yourself some French fries on your way past the commissary. Why is SCP-4666 trying to corrupt my files? 4666 has not been known to utilize computers. All of the toys it makes, besides being made of standard things like wood, like old school wooden toys, they're also made of, children's bones. So, we're not used to that entity using technology at all. Are you sure that's the anomaly that's messing with your files? Agent Starbricks, thank you for your first donation to today's stream as well as being a member. Make sure to grab yourself a donut on your way past the commissary. What would the Foundation do about Jurassic Park? Well, if someone started a theme park with dinosaurs, we would try to shut it down. We would try to commandeer their science and figure out how the hell they put dinosaurs back to life again. Meanwhile, Desk is letting me know that there's an anomaly somewhat related. Codename Mesozoic Wildlife Preserve, SCP-1265. And so it is an irregularly shaped area of land in the Congo Basin of Africa. It is mostly contained in the Democratic Republic of the Congo, but there's about a portion of it in the Republic of the Congo. It is inhabited by several species known to be extinct, mostly from the clade Dinosauria. So at least there is a place where the dinosaurs are. It is not being held as a theme park at this time, unfortunately. Well, fortunately, that's why we can contain it, because no one else is trying to hone in on our turf. See how adults tell you they have eyes in the back of the head? Does that mean the peanut can attack them? No, intern Madgwick, that is a metaphorical statement. It just means that they have a higher level of awareness that they might be able to see you when you think they're not seeing you. And that means that, if they caught you, that means they can see outside of what you would expect to be their standard realm of vision, which means they would have an easier time stopping SCP-173, but it's not literal. Unless it's literal, then let me know. We need to contain them for having eyes where they should not have eyes. Intern Shamar Love, welcome to Site 42 staff. Thank you for subscribing. Doc, what will the Foundation do to the back rooms? Absolutely nothing, because the back rooms are held by async. They don't let us hone in on their territory. Also, they don't exist on the SCP Wiki. The most we get to practice with is SCP-3008, the Infinite IKEA, or other similar spatial anomalies. My favorite is SCP-131, if you know who that is. Yes, the iPods. We are quite familiar with the iPods. They are cute little anomalies, to be sure. If I had a nickel for every time someone claimed they'd made the tree scream, I'd have enough money to pay that thing to scream. Yes, people like to tease me because they think that my crusade to make SCP-4521 scream is fraudulent or a bad idea or clinically insane. But I'll show them. I'll show them the truth when that freaking tree screams. Oh, Dr. Sherman, question, can you give me a doctor name for my movie? A doctor name for your movie, huh? You should do Dr. Salmon. Dr. Salmon. S-A-L-M-O-N, just like the fish, Dr. Salmon. What about Play-Doh SCP? What about it, Intern Gorilla? It is in containment. There's no problems. It is sitting there being a living Play-Doh. I've got no complaints. What about it? Been watching your content for about 3 years. Love it and love you, man. Hope you have a wonderful day. Well, thank you, Intern Candy. I appreciate it. I'm glad you enjoy our work. We're doing our best to bring the Foundation to the people. And Intern Gorilla, welcome to staff. Thank you for subscribing. I have a question for you, Dr. Sherman. Well, Intern Cheyenne, now that you've said that, the odds that I see your next message have dropped, so you gotta ask the question. You gotta ask the question. Is it possible to make your own SCP? Intern Roman, there are two ways I can approach this question. The first is the answer that's on our pataphysical narrative level, which is that, yes, it is possible to create anomalies, although we prefer it if you didn't. It's just another thing for us to contain. It's more paperwork and manpower and resources, so please don't make more anomalies. But secondarily, on the narrative level above us, where the authors are, yes, they make new anomalies all the time. We have to hassle and deal with them. It's very frustrating because they just keep making more and more. In fact, we were supposed to not go over 9,000, memes aside, but because of the Classic Con contest, we got so many entries that now we're moving on to the 9,000 contest early. So yes, it is more than possible to make more anomalies, much to my chagrin. Junior Researcher America, thank you for donating again. It's 3812 disguised, and now that thing is here. 3812 isn't known to do disguises. It's a, yes, multiversal, omniversal entity, but it is also kind of schizophrenic and just wants to be left alone. So, again, you have to have the wrong anomaly here. That 3812 ain't messing with your stuff, to my knowledge. By the way, Site42 staff, here at the 30-minute mark, I just want to congratulate you on getting the likes above the viewer count. Oh, Oh, just jumped up. So the likes are now below the viewer count. You did so good, but now you have to work harder. Hit that like button, get it up over the hurdle again. You can do it. I believe in you, Mobile Task Force Psi 42. Senior Sir Frogman, thank you for your first donation to today's stream as well as being a member. Let's just say it is and get you some tuna tartare at the commissary. Sir, can I make the breacher device from Site 13? Anything that comes from Site 13, my first thought is, why would you want to? Everything they did there was terrible. No one enjoyed themselves. I think just don't mess with what they have there. Just don't mess with it. But SCP, Site 13, Breacher. Pulling it up on the database. It's just taking its time. All right. Breacher. No search results on the what happened to Site 13 anomaly, SCP-1730. So also I don't know what you're talking about then. What do you mean, breacher device? Nomad, thank you for your first donation to today's stream. Grab yourself a cold one on your way past the commissary. Hello, Dr. Sherman. I'm Dr. Nomad, and I work at Site 81. I want to ask, can you give me any help to be site director? Well, I can give you a letter of recommendation, but first you would have to prove yourself an effective, high-level researcher for me to have confidence to do that. So, best thing you can do is toil away for years of thankless effort, work yourself to the bone, alienate your friends and family, and then you'll probably be in tip-top shape to be a site director. Chimera Sliver, thank you for your first donation to today's stream. Grab yourself some red vines on your way past the commissary. Dr. Help, I accidentally cloned SCP-173. Not again! No, just... All right, maybe it won't multiply if you're the one that did it. Just put them in separate boxes, and let's see if this doesn't happen again. Silent Follower, thank you for donating again, and another wonderful Corgi sticker. Since it says bye-bye, catch you later. It's the Thresher device. Now that's entirely different than a breacher. Thresher device has been adjusted to your specifications. The reactors will likely not survive this kind of power surge. Forgive me for speaking out of place since I'm not assigned to the Thresher, but the device is still wildly unstable. So what you're saying is that everything that happened at Site 13, because they made the Thresher device, and you want to do it? I might have to demote you to junior researcher for extreme lack of commonplace rational thought. Come on now. Would the Regret Evader be considered an SCP? Intern American, I am not sure what that is. I can give it a quick peruse in the outer anomaly databases, see if it's something that I can figure out what it is. It's about the Roblox game Regret Evader, which is an elevator game where players can explore floors, get coins, etc., etc. Well, simply because it exists outside of the Foundation universe, it is not an SCP. To be an SCP, you first have to be anomalous. Now, something like Siren Head Siren Head is anomalous, but it doesn't fulfill the second qualification, which is it's on the SCP database and listed like an SCP. For instance, the absence of punchable shark, SPC 1057, is anomalous, but it's not an SCP because the Shark Punching Center contains it. It's an SPC. Everything that the Global Occult Coalition contains is anomalous, but not SCPs because they belong to the Global Occult Coalition, not the SCP Foundation. An SCP is just simply an anomaly that we contain. It's a very specific classification. I'm going to start an SCP Q&A channel soon. Signed, Dr. Velix. Well, Dr. Velix, I hope you have good luck with your SCP educating. It is a worthy goal, I believe. Also, congratulations, chat. You did get the likes above the view count. Congratulations to you. I knew you had the power. Junior Researcher America, thank you for donating again. Too many SCPs. Help, that thing is getting closer. What thing? What anomaly is it? Just tell me what anomaly is. What does it look like? Stop listing random numbers. Just, what is it? Starman, welcome to Site 42 staff. Thank you for subscribing. Hey, Dr. Sherman, can I borrow the gender switching stone real quick? Intern Frog, the gender switching stone SCP-113 is available as part of the standard Foundation medical benefit plan. You need to go to your on-site therapist, you need to fill out the proper paperwork, dot your T's and cross your I's, and then you will be allowed to use it when it comes around to your site. Not before. You know the rules. The protocols are important here. Explain the plague doctor. It's a plague doctor. I don't know what else you want me to explain. It's all there in the SCP-049 database entry. It's a plague doctor. Its touch is lethal. It can turn you into a zombie if it wants to. That's all you need to know, right? Are you the guy who made the flying hand spider video? Yes, one of my videos of the past is the super cool petting zoo video. I look forward to getting my setup correct at the new studio location, at which point I can get back to making some shorts and probably make some more flying hand spider or otherwise videos. So I can't hug the plague doctor. Correct, intern hen. You cannot hug the plague doctor. You will die. The Lone Claw, thank you for your member message. Congratulations on being a mobile task force captain here at Site 42 for 2 months. Dr. Sherman, what is your opinion on anomalous personnel, particularly ones that aren't human? Listen, we have enough to deal with. If we can make sure they are loyal, we need all hands on deck. So as long as they are not breaking the mission of the Foundation. If you do treason, you go right back in the box. But you have to work up to that trust level, earn the privilege, and then, yes, then you can work for us. Junior Researcher America, thank you for donating again. Too late, 729-J found me. I tried not to say it. It's a plushie. How did it hack your systems? What are you even talking about? Either way, get the hell away from that thing before something really bad happens to you. Remember what it did to 682? Dr. Roth is a cat. You are correct, Desk. Dr. Roth is a cat. Dr. Kane Pathos Crow is a dog. There are a lot of anomalous staff members. Is the Plague Doctor's mask connected to it? First of all, it's an it, not a he. Plague Doctor is an it. Please practice proper pronouns, pronunciation, protocols at the Foundation. And the answer is that plague mask is its face. It does not have a face underneath. The mask is its face. It is biologically quite weird. There are x-rays on the SCP-049 document. Please, people, read the documents before you ask me questions about them. The knowledge is right there, by the way. Dr. Sherman, are people allowed to adopt SCPs? If so, may I adopt SCP-529? Intern Clown, we do not allow people to adopt anomalies. They stay in their containment cells. Some of them are nice enough that they get privileges, like Josie gets to walk around the site a little bit, but that's it. You may not own or confiscate or borrow or adopt any anomalies. What would happen if you cloned SCP-682 and made it fight the other one? They only hate humanity and possibly animal life. They don't... It would mean we would have two of them instead of one. That's bad. It would definitely team up and come for us. Do you throw birthday parties for the SCPs, the good ones at least? Intern Jazzy, we do not. Staff members' birthdays are handled with a cake in the break room. Anomalies don't have birthdays. Why are you blue? Well, Intern Archon, listen up. Here's the story about a little guy who lived in a blue world. Dr. Sherman, have you met SCP-015? I don't remember that designation off the top of my head, so let me take a look at the database about this one. SCP-015. A mass of pipes, vents, and boilers, and other various plumbing apparatus completely filling a warehouse in Redacted. The pipes appear to grow when not under observation, attempting to connect to nearby structures via sewer systems and underground plumbing. So, the pipe works, I am familiar with this anomaly, but it is not an anomaly I have personally visited. I want a birthday party. 079, what would your birthday even be? You are an artificial intelligence construct. You don't have a birth. What is the hottest SCP you know of? Well, I don't know the whole database by heart, but it would either be SCP-457, the, person made of literal fire, or perhaps it would be the plasma ball that we just had in the Classic Con contest. Although I don't remember that one's designation number, but, a ball of plasma is exceedingly hot, so yes. What would happen if you nuked SCP-682? Well, it would either perish Or it would be immune to nukes, and then we would have nothing else to throw at it. That's why we haven't tested that yet. We want to keep our trump card in case nothing else works first. I mean attractive. Oh, well, magnetic anomalies have nothing to do with heat and temperature. Although, maybe some sort of planetoid or star would be the one that you're talking about then, because that would both be extremely hot and have a gravitational pull. This is very confusing parlance you're using. Do Foundation personnel get their own personnel file on the wiki? Sometimes. Sometimes there are personnel dossiers, but not every researcher gets one. Some of them we want to keep more secretively. Is your hair transforming with your shirt? I'm scared. No, my hair is just a very good job done by the on-site stylist before I skipped town. And so I also happen to wear a blue shirt. That is all. My hair is not anomalous, just like the rest of me. And I am a completely normal site director, therefore there are no anomalies at all having to do with me. I am just a regular human site director. He's referring to physical attraction, Dr. Sherman. Yes, I know. He is referring to, he said magnetism. I know. It's going to bring, gravity, magnetism. That's attraction. That is, I'm in the wheelhouse. Now, 3096, as Desk points out to me, is an anomalous magnet of sorts. That seems pretty attractive to me. It seems like it would attract many things to it. And so, yes, that is probably one of them for sure. Agent Starbricks, romantic attraction. No, that can't be what they mean, because we don't fraternize with anomalies. And therefore there won't be any dating or fraternizing. And so there's no way that person would have been so dumb as to insinuate that and ask about it, because I would demote them to D class instantly. You get me? And Site 42 staff, by the way, we are in the last 10 minutes of stream. 10 minutes left to stream, and so let's get our last questions in as we can. Yes, that's what I mean. Okay, intern, no talks. You are demoted to D class. I do not want to see you again. And have fun with whatever monster of the week that we throw you at. Bye-bye. Does Site 42 have canonically set anomalies? Intern Epsilon, if you look at the data entries for my SCPs that I've written, I typically, but not always, station them at Site 42 as a reference. And meanwhile, if you search Site 42 on the SCP Wiki database, you will see all of the anomalies that are canonically at Site 42 or have some relation. So yeah, you can search that up on the Wiki's search. It'd be great. No talks. I hope it is a baddie. Well, yes, the anomaly that is going to kill you would not be a goodie. It would be a baddie, and it's going to murder you. Have fun. Do people at Site 42 deny the existence of SCP-087-B? Is that not the entity in the stairwell? I don't know why anyone would deny the existence of such an entity. We have photographs of it in the database. This does not seem like a controversial thing to me, right? You are talking about the entity in the stairwell, the face. Yes, who denies that? We have pictures of the face. Although that's -1. What is -B then? I don't know what -B relates to. You're going to have to give me more details. Meanwhile, Mr. Salty, thank you for your first donation to today's stream. Grab yourself some peanuts on your way past the commissary. The sun is leaking. Like a solar flare? That's normal. That's normal. That's not anomalous, not my problem. Oh, Mr. Salty, thank you for donating again. Nice hair, by the way. Well, thank you. I'm enjoying the splash of color of the accent. Dr. Sherman, have you met SCP-011? Once again, off the top of my head, this anomaly designation means nothing to me. There's too many of these damned things. So let's see what the database says. Civil War Memorial Statue, located in Woodstock, Vermont. Young male soldier with a musket shoots birds that attempt to poop on it. So I have not studied this anomaly, but it's a fairly standard living statue style anomaly, so I'm not too worried about it. Senior Researcher Frogman, thank you for donating again. The Thresher got here. Leech Boy took out Site 13. And where did Leech Boy come from? Did it come from mashing all of the anomalies into a paste? Think about it. How was the con so far? Also had a dream recently that was like the Foundation teaming up with Dr. Entertainment because the factory did something and you were in it. I don't know what you did in the dream. I don't like the idea that this sounds like a prophetic dream. Wondertainment is super annoying. I do not want to have a team up. That would be very frustrating. I'm going to keep an eye on the scenario and see if the factory pops up again. They've been decommissioned for a long time. Let's hope they stay that way. Dr. Sherman, what do you guys at Site 42 do to contain or stop Titan or Kaiju-class anomalies? Well, depending on the Kaiju type anomaly, we have the Dragon Slayer, SCP-5514. It is essentially a anomalous Jaeger, and so there is that. So we can fight most Kaiju-style entities with that. Meanwhile, you're sitting in a scenario where something that big will obviously be seen by satellite imagery. It'll be seen by the public, so we have to deploy amnestics and disinformation pretty heavily when it comes to Kaiju-style anomalies. Dr. Sherman, have you met Abel? Every so often, but, you know, murder hobo, you gotta be careful and keep your distance and get the hell out of there. So, I don't like to if I don't have to. Who would win in a fight, SCP-096 or SCP-999? Well, SCP-999 is not likely to fight. It's a friendly little goo pile, so it's most likely not going to do any combat anytime soon. Meanwhile, SCP-096 only cares if you see its face, and SCP-999 doesn't have eyeballs. So I think it ends in a draw because neither of them would fight. Grow a Garden Guy, welcome to Site-42 staff. Thank you for subscribing. We have needed someone in landscaping. The incinerator and the thresher are two different things. Okay, those are different. Gotcha. I need to reread that document sometime. I haven't read that in years. I mean, either way, everything involved in the Site-13 place was a bad idea. It did not work. I'd rather just safe and sorry not deal with it. Chris the Dire Wolf Boy, thank you for your first donation to today's stream as well as being a member. Grab yourself a turkey leg on your way past the commissary. How bad would it have to be for you to work with the Doctor from Doctor Who? Oh, no. Now I need to try and quantify if I find the Doctor more annoying than Dr. Wondertainment. And I think the answer is yes. I find the Doctor much more frustrating. That annoying son of a gun running around all willy-nilly with an English accent, causing havoc all through time and space. At least Dr. Wondertainment is limited to one time-spatial area. So yes, it's making anomalies. It annoys me. But at least it isn't changing causality every other day. So yes, I would be much more frustrated. Time check. You have 2 minutes left to get your questions in, people. 2 minutes left. Dr. Sherman, there's Chaos Insurgents on the roof. How do you want me to proceed? Well, obviously, I want you to dispatch of those idiots. Hold on, is that... They have Jeff? Don't go anywhere near them. Don't go anywhere near them. If Jeff is with the CI, they are going to have a humorous fate befall them. Get your popcorn and enjoy the show. Jeff is going to take care of them for you. It'll be great. Record it. I want to see it later. What do you think about SCP-001 when day breaks? Well, Intern Xanto, I would prefer it didn't happen. I would not be happy if 99% of the human population was turned to goo. I would in fact call that a bad day. Let's just not have that happen to our son, please. When it comes to stand user-like entities, how would they be contained? And if one were to be in the SCP universe, would they be considered in a staff position? So, stand users are anomalous, clearly. Furthermore, it depends on the stand, obviously, because every stand has its basic power, then its ass-pull extra credit power, and their level-ups and evolutions. They sound like Pokemon now that I think about it. So, yes, the anomalies would have to be contained, but we would have to have long headache-filled evenings specifying how exactly to contain each anomalous individual with a stand. I would be annoyed, and I hope that we do not have to deal with them. All right, Site-42 staff, that is the end of today's short stream. I am going back into the convention. My foot is rested for the last hour. And if you're on the convention floor, keep a lookout for me. I'll put my lab coat on and I'll see you out there at METROCON. So, at the end of all streams, as is tradition, I tell you my favorite SCPs. Of course, I'm not going to tell you that the SCPs I wrote are my favorite. That would be cheating. But if you want to read the SCPs I wrote, you can go to the Sherm's Site-42 Hub and SCP author page on the SCP Wiki. You You can read all my SCPs. You can also find some links to other places you can follow, and you can check out our fan funding pages. You can become a monthly donor on the YouTube memberships or the Patreon. You can do a singular donation through a YouTube Super Chat or a Ko-Fi. And if you wish to, even if you can't donate because you are part of the Broke Gang, we know how it is. As long as you are a member of Mobile Task Force Psi-42, codename Signal Boosters, as long as you're doing all that YouTube business like liking, sharing, subscribing, and all that good comments and chat, then you are helping us to game the algorithm of YouTube and bring people into the SCP fandom, where they will support the SCP Wiki and the SCP authors and artists and game devs and filmmakers, so that we can grow as a community and make independent SCP films, games, and shows. I look forward to that world when we all get there, and I appreciate your service in helping with that. Chris the Dire Wolf Boy, thank you for donating as we do the closing. Already recording it and eating popcorn shrimp. Love that for you. And ooh, I'm gonna get me some popcorn shrimp later. Excellent. So with that, my favorite SCPs in no particular order are SCP-3999, SCP-3043, SCP-008-J, SCP-Spooky-J, SCP-5031, SCP-5175, SCP-5320, and SCP-8980. Content warning on that last one, it's a doozy. Speed round 3999-3043-008-J, Spooky-J, 5031-5175-5320, and 8980. Trigger warning on the last one. Stealth Ops, thank you for your first donation to today's stream. Grab yourself a churro on your way past the commissary. Chris the Dire Wolf Boy, thank you for donating again and listing the favorite SCPs. I appreciate your help in the closing here. And so, thank you for that. Everyone, I hope you had fun. I hope you learned something. Be safe, be well, and as always, secure, contain, protect. I see you come, I watch you go. You never seem to leave me though, so is this love or hate? We'll see. You're making me crazy. Inside my dreams, you're all I see. Well, all I see is you and me. Lady, maybe your host I find. I really don't mind. If I have to choose a rose in this garden of romance, maybe we could take this chance. Maybe you're my love, and I would like to find a hand like yours to take mine, and with one kiss, we could stop time and night, fall in love with you. Tomorrow's far away. Let's place our hope in today, just you and me, in a beautiful spring, and we'll always fall in love again. Doo-doo, 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 doo-doo. Hey, maybe you're my love.